Good evening and welcome to the pub. It is Saturday night and I did not redo the camera to make sure that Nick was able to fit into the shot properly. We did not get much time to test.
I like being cut in half.
How's that? Does that look better?
Yeah.
Does that
Where
look
were
better?
you looking? In the mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We do it professionally around here.
This is what happens when I don't have people to test with me. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Jonathan, Nathan's here. Skylac, we've got Pinky Tech in the chat. Man, there is so much already in the chat that I need to get caught up on. We ready? We're ready. Starting soon? Just start now. Okay. Let's go, Jonathan says. Nathan says the marketplace wasn't enough to keep you on there. Oh, Facebook. Yeah. You really only talk to one friend on there via message. Oh, you use iMessage now.
You need a pin on that. Unless it's different, because I tried that and that didn't work. For this email, different pin.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Yeah, so again, I put my dad's account on there because he's probably going to be the new owner, and I created him a different pin. It's just my birthday, the birthday of his favorite son, obviously.
So everybody knows now.
Which is perfect because his other son is in the chat, so that's great. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. I apologize for the crazy start here. Nick just showed up, and I still don't like where the camera's put, so there's that. Security. Yes, that's why you're sticking to iPhone. Just about everybody I use you. See, I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of ways that you can look at Apple's ecosystem, and the way that I look at it is if somebody wants to be stuck in their ecosystem and pay more for a worse product, then that's.
Ooh. Man, shots fired.
You're
trying to lose viewers.
I'm just saying, like, look at iMessage
Shots fired.
versus any other messaging platform out there. It is just it's worse. Like, I don't know what you want to say about it. Like, it's worse. And I mean, just again, the hardware that Apple makes is fantastic, except for their lightning cable. Everything else is fantastic. Like, the phones themselves, the hardware is great. What they do is very similar to what Google does. Like, they've got some really, really good hardware, some custom stuff, some software that makes it a lot better, feel a lot better than it should on paper, right? But again, it's just
It's training wheels, Windows.
yeah. I mean, it's really just like. I don't know. I don't know why you would choose to pay more for a lightning cable when it is definitively worse. 100% objectively worse than USB-C.
Or a magical monitor stand for $600.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, we're not even talking about the computers yet. Here we go, right? It's not even about the different colored bubbles. It's how easily it is to use between people who have it, especially group chats, which your aunt and uncle and their family often does. Yes, and because your aunt and uncle have chosen to use an inferior product, it is now forcing you to use that inferior product as well. Like,
I mean, flat out, a lightning cable is slower than USB-C transfer rate.
yeah, it is.
That's what it's talking about.
Yeah, it's just worse. That's what. Yeah, USB-C is just a million times better. But yeah, and again, I'm not saying that, you know, and I'm not trying to, like, you know, be mean about it. I'm just, like, objectively looking at it. Like, there's a lot of things about. There's a reason why I've been on Android now for a couple of years, right? Like.
Punch me in. I wasn't looking. I don't want to see it. Whatever.
Again, it's
I don't know what that is.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna move the camera again. I want it to be a little bit closer, but not.
Windows cannot access specified device path or file, even after I ran it as administrator.
Specified device path?
Yeah. It's not being able to access the local temp, which is really weird. How tight do you have this down? I mean, I ran the whole
that
Lexi
probably
as
is like an
administrator.
official guest account. I don't know, but again, it's nothing fancy other than just
everything
Windows
else went
guest
through
account.
except for Discord. So you probably don't want Discord on there
That's
anyway.
fine. I probably don't need it now.
But we used so to start off with, let's just get back to the whole tech deal, right?
Dude,
So,
chat is going crazy. You're not even keeping up. We've got so many things in here. You're getting the new iPhone 15. Thankfully, it will be gone. Yes. Thankfully. I'm still... Okay, this is the thing, though, is this is still in Apple's court, though, because they could do some dirty things to USB-C, and as long as they keep it open... But again, still outside of that, you still need to use iTunes to do anything. Like, having USB-C isn't just the only thing. Like, utilizing it is the other thing. I don't know.
So I don't have an iPhone, and I've never used an iPhone.
Yeah.
But I know that Europe is forcing to use USB-C.
Yeah.
Is that happening in the U.S. because of European regulation?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what Apple's going for, is that if they have to do it everywhere else in the world, then why wouldn't they just move to it? I don't know.
I know that my kids have they both have iPads, and they ruin the cords every other month. So we have to continually buy cords over and over.
Yeah.
And it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, use a standard cable.
Yeah. I already told my wife that, like, Amelia's iPad is on its last legs. Like, so slow. It's like an iPad 2. It is so slow. The battery lasts like 3 hours. And I told her, I said, we're not buying another device with a lightning cable on it. I just won't.
I just want to throw down a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Is that what we found out, because we've been using iPads for our kids for a long time, is the very first one that my oldest started out on, at some point was no longer able to use YouTube because it was out of version. And I know that there's a trick that you can install and download the old version, but fuck you, Apple.
Yeah, right?
Fuck
like,
you. There's zero reason why I can't run YouTube on this thing.
That's the kind of
and you're
thing
doing this on purpose to get people to move to a different, upgraded version of iPad. You know, and big fuck you to those guys. That should be illegal.
Right? Yeah, and that's
honestly.
I mean, well, okay, so here's the thing. And the thing that I don't get is that I actually don't agree with the fact that the government, whether here or in the UK, is forcing Apple to do something, right? Like, I don't like that. That the government should not be telling them what they can and can't do as far as, like, product design goes. It's the thing that makes me so mad is the fact that people are buying that.
People are dumb.
And not like boycotting the iPhone until Apple puts a USB-C port on it or something standardized or, uses something. Like, it's I feel like I don't like the fact that the government is telling them they have to do it, but it's just crazy to me. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, I also believe that it should be driven by the market, but obviously people are dumb. They want to keep doing this, and they continue. I don't know. People are so baked into not wanting to do change that they just were like, well, nope, I'm just stuck here. This was cool back then. I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. Apple is the Jeep of phones, right? I 100%.
Basically.
Yeah. Apple needs to adopt RCS. Yes. Like, again, when there's standards, like the fact that you're not using them just blows my mind that anybody wants your product. The advantage of using Apple products, though, is compared to Android, they do have the advantage in terms of longevity. Do you mean longevity in the products lasting or longevity in, like, resale value? Again, I mean
resale value,
they
yes,
do
but
keep resale value, but again, goes back to the idea that for some reason people are just, I don't know why they buy them for so much more, but
yeah.
But again, I think in the in the short term of it, like, yeah, you can spend more on your iPhone now and have a higher resale value, or spend less on a better product and sell it for less later too. I don't know.
Absolutely ridiculous.
You buy the braided lightning cables from Amazon because your kids destroy cables too. Those braided cables are great. Yeah, I was gonna say almost all the cables I buy now are braided. Yep. You have the braided Type-C cables for your phone? Yes, absolutely. I think you may overestimate how people are using the cables. If it charges, that is all 90% of that people care about. I get it. I just, for me, it made me so mad when people talk about it's so easy to use, this and that. And the fact that when we were talking first about getting my daughter a new iPad, and I was like, okay, I got to go transfer all the pictures and videos off here she's taken, plug it into the computer, and it doesn't work. It doesn't just work. It wasn't easier. You know what's easy is I plug in my Android phone and I can drag and drop files like it's a USB stick, like it's an external hard drive.
Right.
But when I plug in an iPad or an iPhone, I have to download software. And then I still can't it's not a driver that I can now drag and drop. I have to sync it through this software. And it's so slow. It's so slow.
Awful.
All right. I stand by what I said. Read receipts and emotes to reactions. I'm not sure if you're saying those are good or bad, but here's the deal: is Google built into their Google Messages the ability to now receive all of Apple's stuff separately, so it comes through properly on an Android phone now using Google Messages, because they were like, okay, well, Apple's never going to do anything about this, so they actually wrote it into their Google Messages to read Apple's reactions and emotes and everything properly, but Apple will definitely not do the same thing. Why would you do that? You can set up the new iPad using the old one and it transfers it for you. So here's the thing: is first off, I don't know if I'm going to get her another iPad. I have been debating on that and researching other tablet options.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to the pub. Welcome, everybody. We just got in here hot and heavy.
Yep, we forgot to have some beers to celebrate. Hello.
Excuse me. That's what happens when we got a bunch of friends in here and not a bunch of random people. They're like, we don't care about introductions. You don't need to welcome us to the stream. Like, let's just get going. Let's do this. Man.
So that was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even know where we're at. You will say your mom's iPhone 13 mini nearly got bricked because of large file transfer over USB.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that my daughter's iPad didn't die. It literally took so it's a 120 gig, iPad, and it's basically full at this point. And it took me like a full day to transfer everything.
Yeah.
It was
my kids have been full since like 3 hours after, and they installed 70 games.
Nice, yeah.
And now it's just like, hey, we have to uninstall to reinstall something else, and it's whatever the latest ad is that they saw for a video game that they think is cool. I keep trying to tell
Amelia, like, just don't install those games from the ads. It's just never a good idea.
Most of the time, they're gonna last 10 hours, 5 hours.
Oh, if even that. And those games are always more ad than they are game, anyways. Like, there's literally more ads. Pinky also has to say you hate having to have iTunes on your PC to have the driver to copy stuff to your computer. Yeah, it's crazy that you need stuff like that, and it's not even a good piece of software either. Like, it's not user friendly. I feel like it's not. Maybe it's been updated. Maybe it's changed since the last time I used it. But you should just put the $2 for iCloud. It would have been so much easier to transfer stuff. Probably easier. But why? I don't need to do that with my Android phone. I can do it so many different ways, and I can transfer everything the exact way that I want to, no matter what, whether I'm paying for it or not. And guess what? If I do end up getting an Android tablet of some kind for her, I don't know. Is iCloud an available app on Android? I don't think so. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but probably not. How would that help me if I get an Android tablet? But guess what? If I back up to Google Drive or OneDrive or any of these other platforms that isn't Apple's,
Dropbox.
I can use it. Yeah, I can use it literally anywhere. You would rather run the Valorant launcher than iTunes? You'd rather run QuickBooks? Oh my gosh. Jonathan just released an Optiplex case swap video. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Dude, can you drop the link? If it blocks you, let me know and I'll drop the link in the chat for it. It looked good.
Console?
Huh?
Do you have the console over there or whatever that allows you to see what everybody posts?
I have my dashboard open. I don't know if there's anything different. Yeah, put it in here. Let's see. If you get an Android, you get to buy all those games again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've ever bought her games. I don't know. I'm trying to think if we've ever bought anything other than like, oh, here's some more Robux for Roblox.
Right,
like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Robux.
I don't know. I don't know if I've actually bought games. If I did buy games, I guarantee she's not playing those games anymore.
A couple of years ago, my oldest had a birthday party, and he just asked for Robux.
Yeah.
And so he got like, $200 in Robux, and I'm swimming over here in stupid shit that he bought in games. I'm like, dude, don't buy that. He's like, but I got all this money, and I'm like, don't buy that.
I don't buy Amelia Robux anymore unless like I get on her account and I go and buy what she says she wants to buy. Because let's be honest, those Roblox games are so like the ads are insane on them. And it's so easy to click. Like there was one time where I bought her, like we'll say, oh, I'll give you 200 Robux if you go and do your chores for the day or whatever. And then I gift them to her. And then she's like, Dad, why do I have 8 of this hat? I'm like, oh my God.
They don't have a resale market either.
No, why did you buy that 8 times? Okay, link did not work. Okay. I'm pretty sure... Okay, let me go grab it quick. The other thing that I don't like, I don't know why, in my chat on my dashboard, I can, oh my gosh, 3 minutes ago, you weren't kidding. You dropped it like right now. Man, the amount of, sorry, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Oh, the fact that I can click on people's profiles in YouTube chat and see different things. That's one thing I don't like about YouTube Live is you can't click on people's profiles like you can on Twitch or Kick or any of those other platforms. It's really weird. Like you have to see somebody's name, and if you want to like go check out their profile, you have to like copy and paste their name and search for it.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't like it.
They'll bring Elon on, and get everything fixed up for him.
You think he's just gonna buy Google? Buy Alphabet?
I think that's maybe a little out of his range, but you never know.
Oh my gosh.
Sell off Tesla. Like, I want to buy Google. Okay.
Who do you think would buy Tesla right now? I don't know. I feel like I haven't checked Tesla stock recently, but like I just assume that after the incredible, okay, it's not doing terrible. It's still like over the last year, it's right at the same. I just assume that with the massive amount of ass he's making of himself on Twitter so publicly that it's just...
you think that he's not doing enough time for Tesla?
No, I mean, at this point in time, I would not be me personally, I'm not interested in his products anymore. Before, when I had no idea who he was, I was like, I would have bought a Tesla. But now that like he's being very, very public about everything and just really showing his true colors, I feel like I just don't care about the rest of his products anymore.
So you're allowing his opinion to skew your vision for their products.
Yeah.
So what do you think about? I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently he was a huge asshole, but he demanded.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He demanded excellence, and that's what made him a huge asshole.
Yeah, and I mean, I think again at that point, to be honest, the other thing is I've always been a little bit skeptical of Tesla, just because, like, again, being a brand new to automotive making, right?
Yeah.
Like they're brand new to it. Whereas Apple, they've been making computers for about as long as people have been making computers, right? So it's not like, so there was already that little like I was nervous about Tesla, and then just, but yeah, absolutely. It's tough. I think with these bigger companies, it doesn't matter to me, at least personally, as much. It's when it's the small business, right? Like at the end of the day, at what point do you say? Because like you have to be, I think, a little bit of an asshole to run, some of these companies.
Well, to be any good CEO, you have to be able to tell people what's up.
Hi.
Guess what?
What?
I just broke my hanger thing.
Okay. Did you tell Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well, like my curtain.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm so strong.
Okay. We're streaming though, so you go back upstairs and work on it with Mom. Okay. I'll check it out when we're done.
Okay, but like I was trying to close and I was like.
Okay. Okay. Well, just be careful.
And then it just all falls.
Yeah, you got to be careful with stuff.
I know.
Okay.
When you're done, text me and come right up.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is on me.
Okay.
You probably should have a third, like another camera over here, right? It'll be like, hey,
The Amelia cam.
it's
turned
the
on.
Amelia show.
All right, Nathan. Okay, bye. Nathan saw a Model S earlier today, and holy crap, that was fast. Absolutely, they're super fast. We ended up renting one on Turo for a couple days a while back, and they're real quick. They're really nice cars. Don't get me wrong, or at least from just like renting one for 2 days, it was super nice. Doesn't matter unless he wrecks the financials.
Back on that conversation,
Yeah.
right? So here's like all good businesses. Tesla took the world by storm, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing anybody knew was electric car and Tesla.
Yeah.
And now
Oh, yeah.
that's in everybody's brain. And like even still to this day, when my kids see a Tesla, they point it out.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, "Hey,
Yeah, it's
Tesla!"
still cool, yeah.
Don't give a shit about Ford and Chevy and their Equinox or whatever the hell that stupid car is called.
Yep.
Volt, all that crap. That doesn't even matter. Like they just, so the marketing, and we talked about this before on the side of changing the name to X, by the way, how this was like this huge marketing boon just to get everybody to talk about
absolutely.
Twitter again.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Hey, get away
Well,
from
that
Threads. Come back over here and
and
look at
to
Twitter.
be fair, he had X.com. Like, you have to do something with that eventually, right? Like, what better use for it than taking one of the top social networks in the world and changing it to that?
And I read something, and I don't know if this is true or not, so I haven't checked this, but originally his plan was to have X.com as a competitor to PayPal, and it never worked out for whatever reason. I don't know all the thing on it, but that's his. Like, I guess that's what his vision is for Twitter, is to
just
try
to
to
turn it
start
into an
turning this
everything app.
into some kind of a financial move your money around app as well. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody, as much as anybody wants to bitch about it, nobody's leaving Twitter/X.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to see what the actual numbers look like. How many people are leaving? How many people have left? How many people have come back because of some of the changes and things going on?
Right.
I'd be really interested to see what those numbers actually look like.
Have you seen the new thing that they pushed with Instagram? So you're familiar with Legion, right? So Legion is a local He was an ex COD
Oh.
pro that's now a full-time streamer.
The channel thing.
And he's somehow
Yeah.
gotten into this
Thank
channel
you for
thing.
signing up for all of those channels that
And
I
now
get
I
notifications
get a freaking
on.
notification every
Oh,
time he
you don't like
posts.
those either? Okay,
like,
we can turn those off.
seriously?
I thought you liked those.
Like, why would you just assume that I want direct, like, shit posting from Legion? And Legion's a good guy. This isn't
Yeah.
a bash on Legion. But, like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't
Yeah.
need to see, like, your shit posting about driving in a car and doing stupid
Right.
stuff all the time. I mean, I love the entertainment. I love what he's doing. I don't need that shit in my phone. Like,
Right.
don't notify me.
Yeah.
I will find it.
Well, I will work on turning that off. Threads dropped like 80% since it released in active users. Yeah, I actually went and opened Threads just a couple
Right.
days ago
Yeah.
just to like check on it,
See
just
if
like
people are posting.
see the state, and yeah, there was like a couple of brands that I had followed, and then it was just all randoms, all people I had no idea who they were, what was going on, and yeah, it was so close. Like, what happened?
Well,
It could have been what it could have been, man, right?
everybody want to jump ship, but when the reality is there's all of the people that already live here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So it's, I mean, how does somebody do it better than what Threads did, though? They created an almost identical clone. Sure, it was missing a few of the key features, but they're coming, right? Everybody,
what they say.
everybody already has an account.
Yeah.
Like, how much
yeah.
you're already walking in with the option of following all of the people that you're already following or not. Like, how can any platform do better than what Threads did? And it just died instantly.
I think that I think it's mostly just a perception thing, right? Like, you look at Instagram and your Instagram clientele are basically like the swoop and poop, right? They're gonna come in, I'm gonna throw a picture or a video, and then I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
And Twitter, you always have the commonality, like you're always constantly talking with people, and for people that we know here in town, that they're impression hunting all the time. They're just farming for impressions all the time. Here's some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something dumb so that you reply to me, and let's
right.
get in a fight so that I can get more impressions. I mean, I get so mad as soon as I see that stuff. I'm like, I
Don't care.
nope,
Don't care.
not even gonna read it. I do not care. Just moving on because it gets so old.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I found, and I think maybe that's worse for. I'm going to keep calling it Twitter because whatever. X doesn't sound right. I don't even know how to, whatever. But with Twitter now trying to pay, the top 1% of influencers or whatever, you've got all these turds out there that are just garbage.
Yeah.
Like, spewing just garbage.
Yeah.
Hey, come look at me. And then you get Trump and he posts one time in the last 3 years and he gets 3 billion views.
Right.
And, I mean, it's just like, holy crap.
Yep.
Like, what is going on? And they got rid of TweetDeck, so I'm super mad.
Oh, no, right?
Super mad.
Yeah, Nathan, I definitely have Meta apps. I have a Facebook account, but the only really thing I use it for is like events, marketplace type of stuff. I just don't use Facebook anymore. I sometimes use Instagram, but I got really turned off when Instagram turned into an ad every 3 posts.
Yeah.
Got really annoyed with that, and I stopped. I still go on there every once in a while, but I've really stopped using Instagram a lot. Yeah, they should have waited until features were ready to go. I mean, I don't know. You feel like I feel like they did a little bit right with launching Threads so quick because, like, again, Twitter was in turmoil. Like, there was no better time.
It was a good spot for them to go.
Yeah, I feel like it was good.
Because it got a lot of push, but once you got there, it was just like, oh, you mean I just bought Cyberpunk and it wasn't ready to be released?
Yeah, right?
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully they when they start releasing stuff like this, like every time they say, "Oh, and we've got this feature now," more people will go there, and then we got this one, and now more people.
I
will
mean,
go.
they still haven't even added like retweeting, or
Yeah.
they haven't figured out what they want to call it yet, or whatever.
Not
right?
I mean, they probably can use retweeting now. Roberto Blake with his 200 tweets a day that are 20 pages long.
It's
right.
just ridiculous. People are just farming crap now.
Oh yeah.
It's just gross.
So now that I don't have TweetDeck anymore, I've actually been going between. So I have my following page. I have my reading column of like actually people who I want to make sure I see tweets from.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have like 100 of my closest friends and stuff that I will see their tweets if they tweet. And then so now I've actually been finally playing with the For You page and like just scrolling through and seeing what's on there. And half the time it's like not bad. I'm like, oh yeah, I do interact with you a lot. You should be on my read list. Like, so I add them to the list. But otherwise then there's just a bunch of garbage. It's always people asking those like ridiculous questions, like, is a hot dog a sandwich or not? Haha. I'm like, no, nobody cares. Well, would you do this for $1 million? Why are you tweeting that? Like, stop. Why are people responding to this garbage?
Right.
Like, stop, guys.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's
Just it's
yeah. That's what's keeping you off of Facebook and Meta altogether. Is the ads were horrendous. Yeah,
So
it's pretty crazy.
on the premium, so our Casey Game On account has premium, and actually that's what I've been using because it has all most of the people that I really care to look at. So I still have that tweet deck, but what I'm missing is on my account. So I know most of you guys don't know me personally or whatever, but I'm a huge traditional sports fan too, right? So I'm a huge Chiefs fan, huge Royals, huge K-State Wildcats. You can see my stuff I'm wearing. And I've got all of these different lists for my sports, right? So I have one that's just dedicated to local news, so I can see what's going on in the local news.
Yeah.
My tweet deck was beautiful. And so every time I watch a Chiefs game, like earlier today, I could pull up, I'm doing something on this screen. This side has TweetDeck going, and it's beautiful.
Yep.
I can see everybody bitching about the Chiefs and some of the bonehead throws that Gabbert made today. And, oh, my God, that one to Rashid Rice that he dropped.
Yeah.
I about pulled all the hair out of my head. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That was the worst-looking throw and an awful attempt at a catch. For professional level, go back to XFL, you bozos. So, but what I did was I immediately got on my phone because I was in the living room with my kids. Yeah. And I got on my phone and I, pushed the button, like, give me some feedback. I want to see people bitching about this, right? Because I'm following, like, dozens and dozens of Kansas City people that would be complaining about this play. And normally, if I had my tweet deck, I could see it all going.
Just all right there.
And Twitter, like, hey, I'm going to show you shit from 8 hours ago. Oh, here's a reset. How about one from 12 hours ago? No, fuck you. Just give me the one right now.
Right.
Don't tell me all this other crap from 12 hours ago. I want to know what's going on right now. And I was so frustrated. I'm like, man, is this what Twitter is now? Like, I have to go through a bunch of, whatever was popular 12 hours ago. I can't even see what's going on because I don't have... And that's the other difference between me and usually... I'm on my computer, and I've got TweetDeck rolling, and everything's probably fine. So I almost never use, like you were talking about last week, I typically don't use my phone for that kind of stuff unless I'm out and about town. Yeah. I'm waiting for somebody, like food, I'm screwing around on the internet, whatever, right? Like, I'm always I'm a casual phone user where most of, I'll say, like the Instagram people, and I think that's the other difference too, is I feel like, most of your Instagram people are mobile people. They're just churning out crap for mobile. Whereas, your Instagram makes it super hard to do anything on PC.
Oh, yeah,
like,
right.
What am I doing? Like, you can't
That's
you're not even
going to
allow me to post or upload a picture?
So weird.
Like, what? Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah. I still don't understand that. Why they don't have... Like... I think originally it was to keep the experience mobile, kept it more casual,
Yeah.
less like business wise, less crazy, but I think now it's just created all these worse ways of going about it in a professional manner.
Yeah, it's super frustrating. It's like, I just want to see what I want to see. Don't be fucking with my shit. Just give it to me raw and let me decide what I want to see.
Right. Even it's so funny too because right before he took over, Elon kept tweeting about how the chronological order on Twitter was the only way to use Twitter, and it was the best way. And if you're using any other way, I remember responding to him and being like, "Yep, you're right. Like, 100% agreed." And now here we are. Yes, Skylac hates the algorithm stuff. All the social media platforms are using. You don't care what you think you want to see. What I actually want to see is the stuff in the order it was posted. Right? I get that way too. I'm like, it doesn't make as much sense to show me something from yesterday when there's something newer from today. Maybe if like this, I can see if I interact with this person all the time and the last time they tweeted was yesterday, okay, you can probably show me that tweet, right?
Yeah.
But when they've tweeted it 8 times since then, just give me their latest tweet. Like, I hate doing that where I respond to one tweet and then I scroll down a little bit farther and I see them say something else about the same thing, and I'm like,
what is this? Then you got to go back to their profile and look at that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I responded to that one.
This is dumb.
You want to show everybody the pictures from the Optiplex? Those who did not watch the videos. Video is pinned. Oh, I can probably do this. Let's. Oh, as soon as it. Why? What the heck? Why can't I take this tab anywhere?
Dump the tab down and then over.
It's not doing anything. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Let's just go over here. Second screen. Wait. Okay, there we go.
This guy.
Oh yeah, there you go. Start playing again. Alright, now everybody... Oh my gosh, why is everything messed up? What happened to this stream? Sorry, Oh, I know what happened. I had a different monitor plugged in. Oh my gosh, this is just messing up. What's going on? Okay.
Do a fit to screen on that.
Yep, hold on one second, everybody. Where is it? Transform.
Yep.
Fit. That didn't work.
Do a horizontal fit.
Stretch. No. What the heck? Why does it say it's... Oh, everything is... What is going on? What happened? Does the stream look like this right now? No, it's just me. Oh my gosh. Alright, hold on everybody. I don't know what's going on. How did I get my preview is all messed up? What the heck? What's going on? What happened here? Okay, well the good thing is it looks like everybody's still seeing the right thing, right? As far as the stream is concerned, it should be.
Yeah, we're just showing us.
Okay, good. On my preview, I can only see me. I can't see Nick. Like it's all. Why is it all messed up? Yeah. Do you see my preview? Yeah. That's what I see right now.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah. Okay. I just resized the window. What is going on? Okay. Oh, chat's gone though.
Now your mic is muted.
What
did you click on?
My mic is muted? Test 1, 2, 3. Are you sure? It looks like it's bouncing. Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, don't do that. If they can hear anything.
I was checking my mic. Did you hear those taps?
Mic is fine. Okay. Okay, I don't know where chat went though. It's what a stream. What a stream.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
All right, this is back. This is back. All right. Chat's not back though. I don't know. I still don't know what happened to that.
I think you need to hurry up and finish that beer.
I think so. All right, give
Knocking
me.
was awesome. You betcha.
What in the world?
Now you're showing the video.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where the chat went. So I guess hopefully it's not a big deal, right? People don't really care about the chat on the screen for the most part. You can see it, right? All right. Well, let's do this and then this. So this is Jonathan's Optiplex case swap. Check out the video. It is pinned above. It looks pretty good. Looking good, looking good. So what, okay, I'm sure you have the specs and stuff. I don't want to mess with it. Let me see. I have it up right here as well. Hold on. Specs. Let's see. Case. Where's the case? What case did you use? Oh, the Sama M2, is that? Yeah, that's it. The Sama M2 case. I like it. I like it. Looks good.
So what was the reason behind moving an Optiplex to a new case?
To sell it for more because of RGB, obviously. Because people love RGB.
And then I guess the other question I had was if this Optiplex was, you know, I didn't really check the stats very well. I guess it's relatively new if it's got RGB in it.
No, so I mean, this is the internals are from the Optiplex, and he put them into
board.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't, yeah, and I know that Jonathan, you listed it. You made a typo. Did not catch that. I know that you listed it on Java already. Did you say that you sold it? Why do I feel like you said you sold it? I know you listed it for sure. RGB is plus 50 FPS. You did sell it. Okay, cool, cool. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, see, I need to do stuff like this, right? Like, it's been so long since I've built a computer now. I want to build a computer again.
I mean, we can work on that.
I know.
I have ideas.
Honestly, I probably would have.
Barkeep.
All right, 1 second.
Where's your tip jar, man? I need a tip jar.
Honestly, I probably would have built Amelia a new computer already if I hadn't put together that Totoro case for her for Katie, and then now Amelia's using it because it's
That was fast.
Well, yeah, I know, right? Like, well, so the internals, I mean, it's not the greatest. It's a 9th gen i5. It's got a 1660 Super in it. So I mean, it's not like she can play everything just fine on it.
Yeah.
But with how cheap everything is getting right now, if she just had a standard computer, or if that case was a standard size case,
Yeah.
but it's one of those, pre-builts that's all crazy. I honestly don't know what I'd need to get to fit stuff in there. I probably could fit like one of those super mini case motherboards or something, but I don't know. I'd have to check the fittings, but then nobody would want to buy the internals of that computer because again, it's built specifically for that case. Like it's one of those weird cutout shapes, so I can't imagine that anybody would be interested in that one either. But anyone want to buy Pinky's computer on Java? It's almost exactly the most used computer on Steam via the Steam survey. He tweaked it a little bit. He cheated.
Oh, I got you. I thought you were saying that it had hours, not physical. Yeah, okay. Parts. The parts are like the most used. on Steam,
Yeah. So
not
if you
the-
go like to the Steam survey,
Yeah.
like
You said most
60
used.
si-
I thought
oh
you
no,
were
no.
saying like total
The
hours.
most amount of hours.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa. All right.
No,
that's
not quite
something
that. Not
I
quite
would-
that.
I'd be like, hey, my car's cut 300,000 miles. No.
Oh man.
Not touching that.
Yeah. 32 gigs of RAM instead of 16.
Yeah.
Well, and the other weird thing about it was that as far as the video card goes, it said that the most used graphics card was the 1650, but the most common amount of VRAM for a graphics card was 8 gigabytes. So instead of using the 1650, he bumped it up to I think it was the A750, one of the Intel cards.
Does 1650 have 8?
No, it has like 3, I think. I don't know, it's
Say.
probably 3 or 4. I don't know.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but okay. Yeah, I really dude, when you posted that link for the A770, okay, it has 4 gigs of VRAM. When you posted that link for the A770, I was like I was this close to getting it just to play with it. Just to play around with it. But that's kind of what I want to do. So I want to take that case and I want to make that into like a Casey Game On PC. But I don't know. Give me like a theme for it. So I want to make it Casey Game On themed, but I don't know what, like, other than just like painting it blue and labeling it Casey Game On. So I need a theme.
I mean, PUBG or Rocket League, or you could try
Okay.
to do something stupid like Among Us or Fall Guys kind of stuff. Like more.
Oh, OBS disconnected. Is everybody's reconnection successful? Okay. Hopefully everybody's still here.
I'm still on there.
Okay, cool. You almost bought it when you finally decided to get it. It was sold out. Oh, man. That's too bad. That's no fun. Okay, you're still here. Did it actually cut out, or was it just me? It just gave me the error.
We're having technical problems.
Because it said that this is also ridiculous. Like, the amount of issues I have had tonight is crazy. The only thing that's different is I finally swapped to my USB hub out for my new one instead of using this old janky one that just randomly disconnects. I've actually got a legitimate USB hub, which I only have 2 things plugged into it. Like, I don't know why that would make any difference. Maybe I should build
only
a
have one
stream
USB?
PC. Huh?
You only have one USB on that.
So it's got 2 USB-Cs and 1 regular USB-A. Yeah, should build a stream PC. I mean, I definitely have thought about that.
I have thought about that a lot.
The one thing is, my plan at this point, again, unless somebody else is paying for the parts, my goal would be like to make that case look crazy over there, and then
That's kind of an ugly ass case, though.
that's why I want to make it look better.
It's kind of ugly.
I actually really like it because I had one of those as a kid. One of those cases.
What the hell is that?
It's a gateway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So it's actually I think it's really cool. Let me just get it.
I'm not. I can't remember if we had a gateway or not. I don't think we did.
This was my RuneScape machine.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's.
I see the cow box now.
Yeah. So it's an old gateway. It's got this flip up for the panels.
Oh man.
Like, I just think it looks really, like futuristic.
Retro. You going for the
I think
retro
it's-
model?
I think it's really cool. So I figured, do something fun with it, paint it up, put some decals on it, do something. I want to do something, but again, like I said, I'm gonna get by the microphone. like I said, I don't want to just you have the same one but in storage. Yeah, right. So yeah, it's one of those things where like I want to do something. I just don't want to just paint it though. I want to do something fun with it. So I might need your 3D printer or something. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm debating if I like. My first thought was put a hole in the panel. But then my next thought was, what if I just made it like an undercover PC and put like hydraulics? Probably not hydraulics, but like some sort of lifting arm that would hold the case, like the panel open when you open it up. So then you can like, or cut it in half and do like an open something.
I think you should do what every dumbass back in the 90s that didn't know about computers would do, was have your CD-ROM be your fucking cup holder.
Should I make that like a retro
that would be awesome.
LAN PC?
You'd be like, check this out. I mean, it's not like you're used to the CD-ROM anyway. Right? I've got 2 or 3 of them in my house to inject shit. You might as well cut it out.
That's a good idea.
Kind of build it out and strengthen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And make it in. You'd maybe tear some of the guts out inside so you can have a little thicker drawer.
Oh, man.
That would be awesome. That would be freaking hilarious. And just seeing people.
Yeah.
What would be. I think the most hilarious thing would be the people, let's say 30 and under, that would be like, what the hell is this? What is even this thing that pops out of your computer?
Right.
Like, really? I looked up that Lion Lee. Is that how you pronounce that?
Lian Lee.
Lian Lee.
That's how I pronounce it. This is the case that Nathan wants to build in, the Lian Lee A4H2O. Where did that open? Did it open here? Okay. Yeah, I still can't move tabs. Like, what is going on here? That's weird. Something's wrong. I think this is what happens when I don't restart my computer in like 3 weeks. That is a really small looking piece case.
It's not much bigger. It shows not much bigger than the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But I don't have a PlayStation 5 to actually compare.
Good luck with that.
Mini ATX, all that jazz.
Oh, put wheels on it so it looks like a car with a cup holder in it. Yeah, I've got some ideas swirling now, but
yeah. So my new PC that I made is Lian Lee.
Yeah.
And I like that case a lot.
Oh yeah, they've made some really good stuff.
Really cool. And
I got to build in one of their whatever it was, the Evo 11 Dynamo whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I put a PC together in that.
Yeah.
That was fun. I've never used a more complicated case, but one with as many features as that either was pretty crazy.
Yep. So the one that I got is the 011.
Yeah. That's what it was, yeah.
But it doesn't have...
They made a couple different models of that.
Yeah. They don't have... mine doesn't have the LED little strip down the front or whatever the hell that is. Not that cool.
Yeah. That is what case Chris Jackson of the Tennessee Titans is using. If he's still with the Titans.
Yeah, but it's slick. I almost, one of the first times I moved it, I almost screwed up and broke the glass because...
Oh, looks like he's with the Panthers now. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Anyway, good little case. I hope they could sponsor us.
That'd be pretty sweet. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody else has any ideas for a LAN party style case. Yes. I'm assuming because you don't have the LED strip down the front. You don't have the racing stripe?
Sure. I don't know if you have an agenda or whatever, but...
I don't.
I'll have that.
I have bullet points. Add handles. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I need to write that down too.
Having handles on your deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my old... So I had... you'll have to look it up. I think it was a... what the Land Boy. It was called the Land Boy. Case. Computer case.
No, but see, yeah, like car door handles that double as like a carry handle. That would be really.
Antec. Yeah, that's it. Look up Antec Land Boy.
Oh yeah.
That was the first PC case that I brought. That I built my PC in that I was going.
I can't wait to show you my first PC I built.
This is the red one that I got, but they come in all the different colors. But it was super sweet because it was all
Tesla handle.
Yeah, it has the two handles on the top, which is great. But it also is. This is all open air everywhere. Oh yeah, so you just pull in whatever. I mean, it just meant you weren't equalizing the inside the case, but whatever.
It's the first PC I built. Are you ready for this? It was called the EagleTech Red Dragon.
EagleTech.
Yeah, they're no longer in business. That's not.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen it. Is that still around here somewhere?
No, I wish.
No,
I've looked for it. I was posting about it on Twitter a while back. You're
like, look at my dragon.
Yeah, this is one that I built. So this was actually my graduation gift when I graduated high school. So what my parents ended up doing when we all graduated high school, they said, okay, you get to pick where we go on summer vacation this summer after you graduate. That was like our graduation gift. And I looked at my parents and I was like,
Micro Center.
I said, instead of going on a vacation, can I just build a computer? Can I get like $800 to build a computer or whatever? And they were like, yep, you sure can. So we did not go on a vacation. And we did actually, dumb story. We went on my sister's vacation, even though she was graduating the year after me. But this is the PC I built. Was in this. I have no idea what the specs were, but so I built that the year I graduated high school and had that for a couple years before I sold it.
It looks heavy.
It was, but it has that's a handle on top. Yeah.
Easy LAN party access.
Oh man, the little LCD screen down there. So yeah, and then the front there is the panel that opens up so you can get to your CD drive, your floppy drive, all that. You went to Micro Center today, didn't get anything but B-roll. Nice.
Sometimes that's best.
I need to go to Micro Center again. You'd get a Cadillac when you graduate.
I got a Ford Ranger.
Nice.
When I graduated.
Yeah.
Because in high school, I guess I would say, I don't know if it was mine per se, but my parents let me use a 83 full-size Chevy truck for the couple of years driving back and forth to school. And that thing was a beast.
That's awesome.
It was pretty much dead by the time I got through my senior year. I ran that thing ragged.
All right, sounds good, Jonathan. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Good luck. Have fun. Oh, man.
You ready for beer 2 yet?
Almost. I'm getting there.
All right. Play some catch up.
Sorry. You weren't here before.
Did you have one? Did you have a pre?
Maybe. I mean,
a pre-beer?
It is Saturday.
It's good to do.
Either way, I've looked for this case all over eBay. I have a ton of eBay alerts set up.
Yeah.
So hopefully anything that somebody titles this on eBay, it'll send me an alert.
Wow.
I've never gotten a hit from it. I've looked all over. I don't know what else to do to try to find one. I don't know. I just don't know how to find one. So, but yeah, if I could, this would be my next PC case. 100%. If somebody said I have one, okay, I'll buy it. Let's go. This is what they still had the fan on the side of the case. Just have a cable, a cable stringing in the.
So my first PC that I made,
you had to take the side case off, unplug the fan, and then take.
Well, I had to do that with my Landboy too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that you did all the thumb screws and you pull it out, and you'd have to But my first computer that I built was it was the crappiest metal box that they could find.
Yeah.
At some point, I decided that I was going to use a drill and drill into the side of my deal and try to use a jigsaw or something to cut circles that I could put a fan in there because I thought, I need a fan,
extra
right?
air, absolutely.
I never did finish that project. It's got a big hole in it where you can see I drilled through it, and I attempted with a jigsaw, and I just remember the jigsaw going.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I started cutting, I noticed how sharp it was too, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't gonna work. So I just left it alone, and I ended up building a new PC and not worrying about it ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was some shit. To give you perspective, that was around probably 2000.
Yeah.
When I did that, and come a long way from there.
Right. That's what I did with
What is this?
this.
What is this K-State bag doing?
Oh, that's just one that my in-laws got at a garage sale or something.
Okay.
Just somebody else's
All right.
garbage.
I was just,
is your
my eyes went straight to that, and I'm like, what's going on here?
So I used a Dremel to cut mine.
Yep.
And it was still very, very sharp when I got done with it.
Yeah.
Lots of sanding. I ended up taking a rubber hose, cutting it in half, and then gluing it all the way around it
to protect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching this video, and I was thinking like, oh yeah, I could have done a Dremel, but back then I was not a Dremel guy. So I never really thought about that.
To be completely honest, the Dremel is probably one of the cheapest tools that I have bought, and it might be one that I've used the most.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's all been like mostly hobby type stuff. I've definitely used my drill more. I've probably used my circular saw more, but then it's probably my Dremel, and that was $20.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I know that when the Dremel were real popular.
Yeah.
I went to Home Depot and bought one.
Yeah.
And I bought, a little thing with a bunch of tools, and I just never really figured out what I was supposed to use it for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's weird. I think everything I've used it for has been something hobby related this. There's a couple the tap handles up there that I built, completely Dremeled those. The Guinness one back there.
Yep.
That was made by me completely with a Dremel. And
see. Too cheap to buy a real one. Huh?
Yeah, because they're freaking $100. They're crazy. But see, I wanna do something like this for the Casey Game On case. Do something fun, make it look fun, and that's what I want to do. But
didn't they have Totoro? So I said that right?
No, absolutely not.
Totoro,
yeah.
Totoro.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch this shit at all.
It's funny. This is one of those that, for some reason, I don't know why. My mom got, and we watched as kids. When it came out.
See, this the other thing between this difference between me and you is I totally missed the Pokemon era completely.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh, you should play this." Like, nope, don't need it. And I didn't play anything Pokemon until Pogo came out. And the only reason I really played it is because our work had a spinner right there.
Yeah.
And so everybody all day would just sit there and spin that shit every 5 minutes.
The data center had 2 stops and a gym in range when I was working there.
In LS?
No.
Or up north?
No, up north, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
That's pretty amazing since it's supposed to be public.
Yeah.
Not behind,
it was
behind a giant fence.
It was one of those art pieces. There's a big DNA art piece.
Yeah.
A wall inside the data center that was that was turned into a focus. That was the gym was inside the data center. Then the Spire was one, and what was the other one that was?
when you just need one more inch. Wait, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. Well, what else on your list?
Man, I put a lot on the list.
On your agenda.
Let me see.
You want to do this drone now? Before we...
I don't know how you plan on what you plan on doing. Like, do you want to actually fly it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll fly it right up into the camera and then die.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it like an auto leveling, or are you like manually controlling this and flying it into my face?
I mean, it's level.
Okay, so
What
Nick
kind of
Nick bought a drone off of
Temu,
and he
everyone's
wants to
favorite
fly
website.
it. The E99 Pro.
I bought a bunch of shit off Temu.
Yeah.
And not everybody tells me that now China has all my information, and they probably already did.
Yes, they did.
I am on TikTok, so they have all that.
Yeah. Read all the charging precautions.
This is a $24 2-camera E99 Pro.
HD lens, dual camera,
See if you can
real
figure out what
time
the
map.
weight is on there.
I mean, that's pretty light. That's under your 250 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can go get mine and we can compare, but yeah,
'Cause
it's under 250 for
It's
sure.
definitely light, but I don't have anything to compare it to.
Yeah, I can go get mine.
So
It's got a 4.3 foot range.
this is what it kind of looks like.
Let's compare drones. $20 drone to the $400 drone.
Alright. So while we're waiting on him, I'll get this out. So just for comparison purposes, I went ahead and kind of did a test drive earlier to make sure that it worked so we wouldn't look like dumbasses. So here's what it comes out with. This is the charging module. Thank you for not providing an
Nice.
end or a converter.
Whoops, sorry, everybody.
And then this guy is what the actual drone looks like coming out. So it's tiny, but the
Yeah,
battery,
nobody can hear you either, by the way,
Oh,
if you're not talking into the mic.
sorry.
We could probably just
All right,
move this a
Yeah.
little bit over here, and then
come on over here. There we go.
it'll be better.
All right, so this tiny little thing, this is what the battery looks like.
Nice.
It's actually a USB.
Oops, I left my batteries up there.
Oops. It's got
Measure weight, we gotta have a battery.
a USB mini on it. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
it's not even standard anymore. So you can tell how old this thing is. Slap it in. Lend out the wings. It's pretty easy going. Oops. Well, screws up. You got to put out these first before you
All
can
right.
put out the bottoms.
Come back.
All right.
All right.
So we got our 4 wings. It's got 2 propellers each. The good thing is, it does come with a handy bag of other crap. And I don't know if you want me to put these on, but there's guardrails.
I mean, that helps if it's not like autonomous. Like I could take my
Probably
drone
not.
off and fly right here, and I would feel comfortable that it's not going to hit me in the face.
We'll see. And then we've got extra parts, right, in case it breaks.
Yeah.
And this little screwdriver, and I have no idea what it
Do
does.
you want to weigh them? This is, well,
Yeah.
when I take that off, is now 249 grams.
Oh, yeah, that's way heavier.
Yeah.
And this thing is like half of that.
Is the battery in there?
No. Yeah.
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 It is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the battery is lightweight.
That's crazy.
As heck. Like, feel that thing. Don't weigh nothing.
What is that? That's like air. It's like
I-
a AAA battery.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's less than a AAA battery.
Hey Blitzy, what's going
Oh,
on?
wayo, wayo.
Is this? Yes, this is the Temu.
This is
the
the
Temu
Temu.
drone. That one is the Temu drone. This one is a real one. So that one's the fake Chinese one. This one's the real Chinese one.
I mean, this one's still Chinese one way or another.
It is. It is a knockoff of this one, though. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yes. Now if I can figure out how this goes on. Oh, here we go. So the beauty of these little guys
I do not have one of those.
is you can't fold this up with these little things on. But it does help if and when I hit something. It's not just going to clip out the fans immediately.
Yeah, the old drone that I had had propeller guards on it too. This one did not, but that's because this one that I think is typically a I'm ready to fly inside type of thing is what those are for.
I'm ready to fly inside.
Yeah, like when you're going to if you're planning on flying inside, that's what you're supposed to
So this
use.
is what we got.
All right.
It's got 4 wings. It's black. It's kind of dark in here. I don't know how well it shows up.
It's okay.
Let me back this up a little.
I was just gonna say, should I back the camera up so we can actually see it?
Yeah.
All right.
All is out of the way.
Good luck, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot. I don't think we even warned anybody. Yeah, we're planning on flying this thing. So yeah, hopefully, good luck, everybody.
I should. Well, so the cool thing is this does have, and I'll show you. It does have a camera on the bottom, and as well as the top or the front.
That's the dual camera they're talking about, huh? Wow. See, that's. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. All right. That's pretty steady.
Yeah.
That's
It's
pretty
not
steady.
bad, but you can see how it's not
Yeah.
like
You're gonna hit something, is what you.
Yeah.
Eventually.
like it's not gonna stay here.
That's not bad though for a $20 drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean most of that obviously has an auto level. It's just not, it's not using GPS to like stay in the same spot.
He wants to keep going to the camera.
Yeah. Which that probably has the like figuring out what it probably has the drift like buttons that you can correct it.
All kinds of cool buttons.
Yeah.
Come on back.
Okay, all right. So I feel like that's way better than I was expecting for $20.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I'm gonna be messing around with it tomorrow with my kids.
Yeah.
I promised them I wasn't gonna break it tonight, so that we could try it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I mean, it's got good up and down thrust, right? And I did, like I said, I did play with this just a little bit.
Yeah.
Before last night, before I came over, because I want to make sure that it wasn't going to be a total turd on stream. But
nobody can probably hear you as well, I assume at this point.
Well, they're probably getting washed out by the.
It probably is.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, oops.
Whoa. There it goes.
Yep. I guess we're done.
Was that the battery going out, or
I don't know.
I just heard it beep and then it stopped responding.
It was like, well, we're done here. Okay.
Amazing.
It could have been worse.
Nice. Absolutely. Yes. That's where my beer was sitting, was right there. Right where it went. That's why I moved it over here.
Well.
Oh, amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that thing that you have feels like twice as heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Okay, so I need to... OBS is not getting any of your messages. I apologize, everybody. I have not looked at anything. Pinky said, what's the flight time? 28 seconds. I think we just figured it out. It was like 2 minutes.
So according to the reviews, it's basically 13 minutes.
Okay. Nick says maybe 13 minutes, maybe?
That was like 2.
Jonathan's well, your mom did your chores, which was unexpected. Awesome. Well, good. You got to witness the Nick's Temu drone flying. Ready to break some stuff. Yep.
Fly to the Concords.
Now you understand. It looks like a news channel, but drone edition.
Yeah.
Stick drift. Yes, batteries at 37%.
Yeah.
13.
Rip. Hey,
Oh,
I'm just
do a
glad it still
replay.
works.
Oh my gosh. You clip that? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's going to have to be a... Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm pretty happy with that we didn't just crash and burn it immediately.
Right? Yeah, that was pretty good. All right. Let me move the camera closer.
More beers.
Oh, I can't see anything now. Except here. All right. How's that? Does that look better for everybody?
Heyo.
Does that look good? That looks pretty good. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you, Pinky, for clipping
Blitzy,
that.
you got to come over for an interview sometime.
Absolutely. Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
fun. Pardon that noise.
I'm gonna move all of this stuff now before it gets in the way.
So you're gonna fly yours?
I mean, I could, but it would literally just be sitting here hovering. It's also loud, so I got a new follower on X. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
X marks the spot.
I will definitely return the favor. I suppose if I can just. I have not apparently gotten the notification that you followed me yet. I think it thinks you're spam, so it did not. It did not give me a notification because probably you have a new account. That's amazing.
Error trying to chat again, huh?
Error? What happened again? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I don't know why it was happening last week. I don't know what's going on this week. We've had a lot of things going weird. But actually something else that we could talk about. It's the stream is going to be a little bit different next week because hopefully I will have my new camera by then.
Ooh, what camera are you getting?
I finally decided to order a decent camera, a DSLR, instead of using my phones for every time I take video for something. So I ordered a Sony ZV-E10.
So what's the cost on that now? Because I know DSLRs used to be like $600.
Yeah, so
imagine that they're high demand
I mean,
now.
this one, oh no, we don't talk about sad stuff, unfortunately. Rip. Rip Bob Barker.
Yeah. I'm sad about that.
Yeah. So this one, brand new is like $800 depending on the like lens kit and stuff that you go with. So I found one used for $650 on eBay. That and I do actually have an old DSLR. It just doesn't do video well.
Yeah.
So I'm selling that. I've already got it sold. That and the other plan was when I'm selling my wife's old iPhone, the original plan was to go immediately buy another Pixel 7 to use as a camera. So now just selling that, I won't probably be getting another Pixel for that reason. So I'll be saving some money there. And so it's hopefully not. It's you know, if you take all of that kind of stuff, it's going to cost me like $200 to upgrade from the current DSLR I have to the new one. So I'm like, all right.
So my wife, at some point,
I actually have a GoPro Hero 7. Did you know that? I have a 7. Sorry. I don't use it though because it's the silver. I hardly use it because I didn't know what I was doing when I bought it. I bought the silver, so it only has the fisheye lens, like the super wide angle fisheye. You can't turn that off, and it bugs the crap out of me. And I just haven't upgraded it.
I was gonna say, what the hell is the silver?
Yeah, that's just their different levels. They have a silver and a black, whatever. I don't know. They might have a different one sometimes.
Yeah, I'd never ever looked into getting a GoPro, so I had no idea.
They're pretty cool, but at this point, I probably wouldn't get. I've looked at like the Insta360 cameras. I looked at whatever their new one is. They have this new camera that is just the same size as a GoPro, but you can take the camera lens off and then use them separately. So you have the little piece with the screen on it, and then you have a little like pill lens that you can go and put wherever, and it still is sending video to the screen on the little like GoPro size thing. Super cool, and apparently it works really well. Like, people really like it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that, and so you have the black. I'm pretty sure that the Hero 7 Silver, again, you still... I know that you're not supposed to use it as a webcam. You can't with the GoPro software, as far as I know. You had to, like, do a bunch of weird things to be able to use the one that I have, at least.
What were we using at the
That was
Esports Cup?
that was Gabe's.
I know, but do you know what they were?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know if they were
Because
9s
those worked
or...
as webcams,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, so GoPro built that into their software with, like, it was either, like, the 8 or the 9 going forward.
I really did not like turning that up 30 minutes before we went live, by the way. This is what I didn't want to do, but okay.
Yep,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Like, I love to change things right before we go live.
You would get a Hero 7 used if I were you as a stream camera, DSLR as a filming camera. Oh, using a capture card. That makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I have this silver. The only thing I don't like about it is it only does the fisheye lens. And I just, at this point in time, with my lifestyle and the kids and everything, I just don't go adventuring enough that I need a GoPro. So I just haven't used it, which actually is probably going to change shortly, because Amelia has used the GoPro a lot, to be honest. That's what I've used it for the last like couple years, has just been like Amelia's camera. That's her like vlogging camera, because I can literally hand it to her and I don't have to worry about it. She dunks it in the toilet. Okay, cool. Like, rinse it off. Like, she can throw it and it's fine, right? Like, and she knows how to use it because it's got like the one button on the top. Like, push the power button and then you push that button, starts it recording, that button stops it recording, and that's it. Like, it's super simple. She likes it. It's also is just it's just one of those like dummy proof cameras, which means it's also kid proof. Like, it's just super easy for kids to use. So that's really what it's been at this point for the last like 2-3 years, has been Amelia's vlogging camera. That's what she's used when she would vlog. YouTube? No, so I mean, she has a couple videos on YouTube, but I have not let her create her own like YouTube channel yet.
I don't know. My kids are, they're totally on board. They're like, "Oh, Dad, you're on YouTube?"
Yeah.
Like, they saw the last time I was here.
Yeah.
They looked up, or I did something and looked up Nick the Nerd, and we found the last time I was over here. I was like, "No, let's not watch that.
Right.
Let's move on." And they're like, "Oh, but Dad, you're on YouTube. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, this is awesome. You're like Mr. Beast."
Yep,
And I'm like,
I
am just like Mr. Beast. All that money.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The big thing that's stopping me at this point is all the like child labor laws type of stuff. So not only, I mean, did they start cracking down on that kind of stuff, but Illinois actually just passed another law like last week. Very, very strict, like child labor laws focused on content creation and this kind of thing. So
I hadn't heard that. I knew that obviously Twitch was against using kids, but that's why a lot of people were on YouTube. And I'm like, during the pandemic, I swear that my kids were just, I don't remember what their names were, but there was two or three families that they would watch.
How do you not remember your kids' names?
No,
just because it's
that's
the pandemic.
not what I meant. They were watching these families play games together, and I mean, they had a ton of content that people were just consuming over pandemic, because what the hell else was I supposed to do? Hey, go watch YouTube so that I can actually do work,
right?
Because you can't go to school and everything else is fucked. So it was just a crazy time. But they watch so much stuff on YouTube, and we try to do our best and make sure they're not, most of the time watching YouTube Kids, and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But now they've broached regular YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these, now it's like, hey, here's these 19-year-olds, and they're jumping in pools and stuff and like being stupid, and I'm like, this is not gaming. Get off of this.
Right.
Go. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back to watching Minecraft videos, please.
Right.
Please, just go watch
Yeah.
Minecraft
So
videos.
the trick to keeping them on YouTube Kids is that you can add different channels to their profile. So at any time, Amelia's at the point where, and I probably shouldn't say this too loud, but I think she's playing Fortnite, so we're probably fine. She she knows that she can go to youtube.com now and watch any video that she wants, but I don't think she realizes that, like,
it's filtered.
Well, no, not that it's filtered, but just that, like, I should just watch everything here. She hasn't come to that yet. She's just like, oh, I know that I want to watch this channel, but I can't on YouTube Kids. So I'm going to go and watch it on regular YouTube, and then I'm going to go back to YouTube Kids. Like, she's still young enough where she doesn't just, rebel to rebel. And so to keep her doing that, I'm like, anytime I see her go to YouTube, I'm like, oh, whose channel was that? Oh, this channel? Okay, cool. Here, add it to your YouTube Kids. There you go. Well, now you can watch them. You don't have to leave. Like, you get your own app to.
Yep.
Kids. Oh man.
We're gonna have a whole podcast just on kids stuff.
Oh man.
Sorry, everybody who doesn't care about
Right?
kids.
That's a whole nother channel right there. You're probably gonna stick with getting the iPhone 15 Pro when you do upgrade your phone. The thing you love that Apple does is the fact that you can get a Pro Series phone in a standard size. You don't have to get the largest phone to get the Pro model. I don't understand today's kids generation. Absolutely. I agree. I love the fact that you don't have to do that. I mean, that's, again, why I always why I've been getting the Pixel 7 and not the Pixel 7 Pro, because it has every single one of the features. But yeah, I mean, again, it's not a bad phone. I apologize if it came off that way earlier. I never want it to sound like it's a bad phone. It's just not for me. And that's the thing, is if you find a phone that's for you, just make sure. That's all I ask. Do your own research. Like, make sure that it's for you.
Nate's just trolling now. He wants to start that back up. Let's go.
I just feel like if everybody actually did the research, I feel like the iPhone actually is for so many. It's not for most people.
Yeah.
Like the way that everybody thinks it is. It's a lot of marketing. They're a really good marketing company. Apple is a really, really good business.
They're taking money.
Exactly.
Oh, what?
Same, but you want the biggest screen. See, I'm the opposite. That's another reason why I haven't upgraded to the Nothing Phone 2 yet. It's because it's got a bigger screen on it.
Did you ever mess around with the N gear? Have we talked about this before?
The N gear.
Do you even know what the N gear is?
I'm sure I've seen it, but that sounds really old.
So, around the time that PSP came out, the N gear was huge. And
Do you mean the N-Gage?
Was it N-Gage? I think that's right. N-Gage.
I am familiar with the N-Gage, yes.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. What? Man. Yes. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes.
Are you ready for this? Here's my...
Did you have an N-Gage?
Here is my... Oh, that was weird. Here's my weird... Oh, wait. This isn't it. All my YouTube secrets right here. Here's my page. Weird phone. Oh, no, not that one.
I bought...
Phones I want to get. Created March 2023. Engage. It's there.
So, yeah.
I'd love to have
I remember this coming out, like, this was like in 2000 or somewhere around 2000, 2001, 2002. But yeah, I remember like, hey, you could have your cell phone on this thing. And I was like, I'm the biggest gamer out there, and I would never buy the N-Gage to be my cell phone. Like,
Yeah.
what is this thing?
I was
Clunky thing.
I was too young when this came out to like consider it. You know, I remember like there's no way. You know, I was still on my parents' plan. It was one of those like
Sega Game Gear. That's what I was confusing.
oh yeah. I have one of those right behind you actually.
Really?
Yeah, behind the Guinness sign.
All
There.
right.
It doesn't work though. That's gonna be another video, I think. But I need to buy like the $30. What are they called? What are the? Oh my gosh, the
card?
little things that pop on a motherboard. That
Capacitors.
Yeah, the capacitors.
Yeah.
I need to buy the capacitor kit to replace a couple of them on the motherboard. Apparently, yeah, the Game Gear. It's a super old. You know, it's super common thing. Yeah. Yes. So I need to. So that's one of those videos that again I've had planned for just since I started the YouTube channel up. I just haven't gone and bought that.
Restoration
Yeah,
project.
haven't gone and bought that.
That's
kit
a whole
yet.
video right there.
Exactly right. Yeah, so it's planned. It's a thing. I have it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
My friend had this Sega Game Gear. It was pretty cool. I was like, okay, this is.
I've got
But-
everything for it too. Like
But I love. I mean when I was a big PlayStation guy back then, and when the PSP came out, I was like, hell yeah! And I was one of the first purchasers.
yeah.
I was in line to buy the PSP. I was like, this is cool, man. They got tiny discs.
Right.
This is gonna be awesome.
Okay.
And then I bought like 3 games. 3 total games.
Right.
Actually, that's not true. I think I have 5 or 6 of those. What the hell the discs are they called? PSP. No, they're what the hell? UDIs or some shit.
UMDs.
UMDs. That's
what it
it.
is?
Yeah, that's it. UMD discs. I would love to stumble upon. Like I've always dreamed, like I should really get up in the morning on Saturdays and go garage shopping. Trying to find old games and shit that people just throw away for nothing. But I don't want to get up in the morning. There's no way I can get up at 6 a.m. to do that shit.
I think the problem with garage sales at this point is that they've been fairly ruined by the internet. Is now people, if they want to take the time,
Maybe.
they could see like,
I mean,
oh, this might actually be worth something.
But think about like if my mom. So
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
parents still own. Well, they still have all of our Nintendo collection
Yeah.
downstairs, and I've told them many times that I will gladly take that off their
Yeah.
hands.
right.
And they continue to be like, we'll think about it.
Have a good night, Pinky. Thanks for
And,
stopping by. I
yeah, peace
appreciate
out,
you.
man. But my parents, like, I constantly tell them, like, why would you not give me this stuff to me? This is my niche.
Right? It's your thing.
And they're just like, and I'm like, whatever. And what's gonna happen is someday soon they're just gonna put it out there and sell it all for $5.
Yep.
I'm like, you asshole!
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm already still pissed. My mom sent my sister over to my house to collect my high school or my grade school trumpet because I told her that no, you're not getting this trumpet back, and they decided that they needed this trumpet to sell for a couple $100 or whatever.
Okay.
That it was already in my house, and I had taken it with me after I moved out to go to college.
Yeah.
Because I played trumpet from 5th grade until
Yeah.
through 12th grade, and it was my trumpet, and she decided that she needed to sell it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it was okay.
what the hell? I was pissed. I'm still pissed at him for
Yeah.
that. But I'm just like, why did you think that this was gonna be a good idea? Like, Cake is one of my favorite bands. Get out of here.
I don't know.
I need to have trumpet in my life.
Do you play it regularly? Did you? Would you?
No.
Would-
But if I wanted to, I could play it. I
Yeah.
mean, I have a keyboard downstairs that I play once every 3 months.
yeah.
But then I'm like, still Dre, baby, let's go.
Oh man. All right. Well, I couldn't find the Game Gear. I don't know where it's at. It might actually. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably up in the office.
Yeah,
But either
that's
way.
how that goes.
Yep. Yeah, I just need to. There's so many projects like that. I want to put together a Casey Game On custom case PC. I want to fix the Game Gear. You bought yourself a PSU tester. You want to get a turntable? I did that back in college too. It's really fun. Not great when you have kids at this point, I feel, but it's fun. You also have to be the person that enjoys just sitting and listening to music. If you don't, then you probably
I would probably love to do a turntable thing, but I just have never. I actually there was some software out that you could do that. 10 years, probably 10 years ago. I forget what it is now, but you could just throw songs in and wicka wicka wicka, and it was
like DJ software.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't have any interest. So this was like 10 years ago. I took my entire CD collection and I offloaded it to some guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, let me go through this and I'll give you some store credit. You can buy t-shirts and shit. I was like, cool. And then like 2 months later, he went out of business and I never got anything for all those CDs.
Nice.
But the reality is, like, don't care.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do anything with these CDs ever again.
Yep.
Like, I go, if I want to listen to an album, I just go to YouTube and type in the album name and listen to it. Right?
It's
like,
there.
that's basically what I do now. Like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
So, after that point, I was like, I'm done. All physical media, shedding, gone.
Yep.
Get out of here. I don't need any of this stuff.
Yep. That's the other thing.
Just, I guess I don't value, what, and I totally get it. Like, if you're down and you want to buy records and stuff, that's cool. And I get everybody's got their little niche thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, nah, I'm done. I'm just done.
Yep.
So in turntable, in terms of like, I'm going to play a record, ain't for me.
Yeah.
But if you
it.
want to talk about mixing and doing cool stuff like that,
Yeah.
then cool. Like, I could screw around with that. And
Yeah,
have
but
fun.
nobody uses records for that anymore anyways.
Yeah.
Like, that's all digital. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see, liking physical media still, but
I just, I don't know. So I spent, and maybe I probably shouldn't say this out loud. I love when I start with that conversation, but like when Netflix and Blockbuster were going at it, and Blockbuster was like, hey, so backstory for anybody who doesn't know, Netflix hit the scene and was like, hey, we're going to send you 3 discs a week and you can watch wherever you want. And Blockbuster went, oh shit, we're about to become irrelevant.
Yep.
And then they said, well, you
and
know what, we could do that too.
They did, but they didn't.
But they staved off, right? Because I, instead of getting Netflix, I went with Blockbuster Online because I had a Blockbuster that was not too far from World Headquarters. And I lived in that general area without trying to give away too much personal information. And so the cool thing about Blockbuster Online is I could order like 2 or 3. The way that it was set up is I would get 3 DVDs at a time, right? Mm-hmm. And so I would rip everything that I wanted, and then I would take them back to the Blockbuster store. I would get 3 new DVDs there, plus they would send me 3 new DVDs at the same time. And then I would rip that and rinse and repeat. And I did that for a full year and had 100 gig of DVDs on a physical drive, right? That I could watch anytime from my theater downstairs. And I basically never watched anything. And it's complete trash.
Exactly.
And I even burned a whole shitload of DVDs because I didn't want to use... because at the time, storage was fairly expensive. And so that's why I use my DVD-R. And I have 100 DVDs that I ripped from all of this stuff. And it's all complete garbage. And yes, it's probably illegal. And I probably still have them in my house. And its complete value is garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can go to Netflix and watch whatever I want. Why do I even have this trash in my house right now? Like, I spent so much time because I thought that was the thing that I needed to do was rip all this stuff. And then, digital norm.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have physical media anymore? This is completely worthless. All of these DVDs that I've ripped, completely worthless. I'm never gonna put that in a drive.
Right.
So,
Yep.
regardless of any laws that
Which-
I broke, it's completely valueless. Like
Which
nobody
is-
even cares.
Which is interesting because that's also the same thing that, we thought about everything that was older. And that's how I feel, about a lot of things, right? But I also think about all of the NES games that we sold because why would we ever want to play these games ever again? And I have rebought way too many of those, which again, I get that I can get on the I could get digitally, I could get emulators, I could get all this stuff, but
the other interesting thing too, right, is like the Switch has their own block of here's digital NES games.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And like Dr. Mario, for example, was my dad's favorite game.
yeah, it's the only game that my parents will
And
play.
I shit you not, there was in the 90, so to date myself, I graduated in 97 from high school. And in that 97 and 99, that my senior year of high school, my dad and I would play Mario, Dr. Mario, and I whooped his ass. Whooped him every single time.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And he spent 2 years playing that every single night, was super addicted to it.
Yep.
And I hadn't played it for 2 years and came home and we ran 150 levels or whatever it was, and then I finally lost. And he was so happy that that 2 years was justified of him playing this stupid fucking game.
Yep. It's funny. My parents are the same way, except they're the ones that were like, okay, sorry, I'll come home and be like, hey, you guys want to play some Dr. Mario or something? Like, no, we had to quit. Like, there were too many late nights. It got a little out of hand. We needed to stop playing that.
My mom was complaining about how he was addicted to that game or whatever, and I was like,
do you need a refill?
Sure, I'll take one. If you're giving out refills, I'll take refills. But yeah, it was funny. But eventually, the NES got shelved, and like everything else, every good game.
Yeah, but now
it just ends.
Dr. Mario has been ported to almost every console.
Yeah.
They only play it on the 64. Like, they still have a 64 at home to play Dr. Mario.
Yep. That shit's funny. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, if people like physical media, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not shitting on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not for me. Like,
Exactly.
I just moved on.
It's to the point where you have to pick like what you want to collect, right? You
Yeah.
can't have it all. You have to pick. Are you the record guy? Are you the vintage video game guy? Are you the DVD guy? Are you the Funko Pop guy? Like, you have to pick one of them.
Well,
you can't do all of them.
I really and after I got rid of those DVDs, like, I pretty much stopped collecting everything because I had also spent in 2008, 9, 10. Me and a group of my friends spent thousands on Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Thousands. Like, we played for a good year and a half or 2 years, totally solid. Just bought shit tons of cards.
If you wanted to play, dude, I'm down. I'm down to get addicted. Don't tell Katie. Like,
I love the play. Well, I'll tell you this.
I would play Magic for sure.
There was still the difference between Nick in 2005 and 2010 to Nick in 2020 is the having kids Nick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm less activated by stupid stuff around me.
Yeah.
Right? Just in general, having kids kind of dulls everything else. It's just like, your kids are just constantly pissing you off, and you have to figure out how to handle it.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't sit there and yell at them, and you can't spank them, and you can't do all this stuff. And you...
It's not the 80s anymore.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure this is the same case for everybody, right? Like, at some point your brain just is like, okay, I need to change how I react to things.
Yeah.
And like in the 2010 era, if you beat me in Magic, I would flip the fucking table. I'd be like, you fucker! Like, I would come after you because I'm like, this is bullshit.
My favorite deck, like, of all time, it was never like I never played really like standard or like legal types of matches. My favorite deck of all time was a land destruction deck.
Yeah.
I had some fire, like red, like damage dealing spells. I had like 30 damage worth of like direct damage spells and land destruction spells.
And
that was it.
And this was
and you would never get to play a single card.
And of course, well, that would piss me off. Like, I would be super pissed, right?
Yeah,
like,
it pissed everybody
it's
off.
Frustrating
but it was,
as hell, right?
It was just frustrating. It was,
Oh,
but it was
God.
one of those that, like, it was never legal. It was just one of those decks that I never took apart that deck once I built it. Because it was so much fun. Just like, do you want to be really frustrated and, like, see what Magic can do?
I end up going another direction. So we had different, like, the people in our group, we played pretty much every Thursday. And I would drive down to basically northern Overland Park from north of downtown Kansas City and drive down there every Thursday.
Yeah.
And there was 6 or 7 of us that would play all the time.
Yeah.
And it got so crazy. Like, people, like, one guy was just buying the best cards possible because they wanted to win, right? So you would go out and it spurred me and a couple of other people to go out and start, okay, I got to get 4 of this, 4 of that, 4 of that, and there was shit like, what was that card name? There was a White Knight that was an $80 card. In like 2008 or whatever, and I should have just sold it. I think it's still worth quite a bit of money. I'd have to look it up now. But these different cards would come out, and I was just like, man, I have one of these cards, and there's no way I'm ever gonna buy 4 to complete it. So I ended up going to Elves. So Elves was my thing.
Yep.
Because it was cheap.
That was always my brothers.
It was always like the. It was the troll deck, right? I was like, fuck you! I'm gonna turn all these things.
Look, I have 100 elves out now. Haha, you died.
And I started throwing elves at people, and that was a lot of fun. But it took me like a year to like fully grasp all of the concept of like, okay, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, and then it doesn't come out right, and then you're just like, I hate this game.
Yep. Dude, I always loved Magic because it was such a word game, and I loved that. I loved whipping the manual out and being like, no, my spell supersedes yours. Like, no, mine says may, not.
I have a colon.
Yeah, like I loved that stuff. That was like that was the reason I played Magic, is because it was that game.
God
it was that game, and that because they built the game to be that game, right? Like so I'm the one of the reasons I'm like I would play Magic right now if you wanted to. It's because Amelia is finally old enough where I started playing some Pokemon TCG with her. So it was literally just a couple weeks ago. So we tried previously, but this was like she wasn't sure how to read the cards fully, and like it didn't make sense. So we were just doing some dumb game. Okay, you draw a card. It was like war. Who's got the highest number? Oh, you win. You win. Like,
see, in Pokemon, I don't fucking get it at all. It's so different from Magic. I'm like,
it is.
This is supposed to be the same game, but I don't know how to read this card at all. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm okay with Pokemon, especially like it gets her into it. But man, all it does is play. Anytime we sit down and play it now, I'm like, I really want to play Magic.
I mean, I have. So here's the other cool thing that we did at the let's say the Twilight version, Because at some point, a couple of our people were just like, I ain't spending any money on this.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I can't do this anymore because every time a new set came out,
Oh, yeah,
three
you
times
had
a
to
year,
buy it, right?
you had
Yeah.
to pay $100
Yeah.
or whatever. And
Yep.
people were just like, nah,
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. And, we all had, I don't know, let's say good IT jobs.
Yeah.
And so people were just like, fuck it, whatever, I'll spend a couple $100.
Absolutely. Let's
And
do
I don't
it.
have a kids and whatever.
Yep.
I don't have a wife, whatever. And, eventually we got, played it year after year after year.
Yeah.
But the problem was that everybody pretty much played the same decks, right?
Yeah.
So we would show up and play, and like, you're playing my fucking elves, let's go.
Right.
And, like, I don't want to play your
All right.
elves anymore.
Well, guess what? I built a deck to counter it.
And so
okay.
one of my best friends, Anthony, he actually went back and spent not a lot of money, but he spent money on making a fairy counter deck or whatever to try to play against me all the time, and we'd throw cards, throw hands.
Yeah.
But it was always we always got into the whole thing of we'd call it jailhouse rules or whatever we'd refer to, where it's like, oh yeah, we need to roll that back because I don't remember what.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you were gonna do that. No, we can't do this.
Try it again. Let's
And
see. Yeah.
all this stupidity, and eventually everybody got all butthurt about it.
Yeah.
And we knew that the reality was like, God, we're spending thousands of dollars playing this game, and I don't don't want to do this anymore. And people, of course, like everything in the world, we all spread apart. Everybody kind of drifts apart eventually, and most of the guys, like, we were down to
Have a good night,
basically
Jonathan.
4 people.
Thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here.
Yep, for sure. See you, man. But we got to the point where everybody kind of drifted off, and we just didn't want to spend anymore. But we all still have a lot of our cards, and so we toward the end there, Commander was brand new, and it was just like, cool. I finally, because this was Notorious Nick, I would try to play the stupidest fucking cards in a deck. Like,
Nice.
I had the Progenitus, right? I don't know if you know what the Progenitus is.
It's
But
one
he
of those,
was-
I'm sure, like, I know it, but
He's the
it's
Billy
been a long-
Badass
it's been
that
a long
cost.
time.
He cost 2 of each color, and if you could get that Billy Badass on the table,
Yeah.
he can't be countered. He can't, he was going to run over your
win.
ass.
Yeah.
But you had to get 15 to 20 turns into a game in order
right.
to get this guy out.
Yeah.
And most games didn't last that long.
Yeah,
So I would always try to put stupid shit like that on my desk, and they would always fail.
Yeah.
Like, I would never get them off, and I always lose. And and we would finally, like, it wasn't until later where we were actually trying to help each other. Like, hey, dumbass, you need to take that out of your deck because you never get to play it.
Yeah.
And then Commander came out. I was like,
Go.
I finally get to play Progenitus. And so he was my commander, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like, fuck you guys, let's roll. And but then I also, I kind of cheated up a little bit. Like, there was a couple of other semi-commander decks that came out, and I'm trying to think. Scarecrows was one of them, and then God, what was the other guys? The freaky looking dudes. I have to figure it out. But anyway, there was another set that came out with a pre-built commander deck, and I took the stuff that I already had and I added it in with that pre-built, and it was a powerhouse, and nobody wanted to play anymore because, like, I was screwing with people's minds. But there was another commander that I could have bought that was like $80 that I never did. That would have really beat everybody's ass, but I never, But anyway, I've still got a bag in my basement that's got 15 decks loaded.
Yeah? Oh, man.
Like, if you want to go,
That's
like, I used to bring
stupid.
those to the old school Casey Game Ons. I would bring those there, and all of our guys that used to play Magic in 2009-10,
Yeah.
we would bring our Magic, so we would play PC games for like half of it,
Yeah,
and then
and
go
then
out
you
and
just
play
play Magic
Magic
for a
for
while.
the rest of it because that's what we enjoy, playing that stuff. And eventually, as I took on more of an operational role, I didn't have time to do that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And then a lot of those guys just kind of was like, we're not coming anymore because you can't focus and do anything. You can't play games anymore. And then the other problem is I pulled Anthony in with me, and and after that happened, then everything was just like, all right, well, whatever. So anyway, it's
that's one of those things. If if I had a bad influence on me, dude, let's go. Cause I hate it because I want to play a card game so bad, but I don't want to play the digital version of it. Like Magic the Gathering Online does not appeal
Arena
to me.
Is not bad.
In the lead, at least it does not appeal to me.
You don't get the. What's the feel?
Yeah.
You don't get the.
Yeah. It doesn't appeal to me at all.
It just I'm trying to think of what's the
I don't know
mythology that I'm thinking of with the Persephone or something. Anyway, like the smell, the action. You get to open the cards and you get that, you get that
the
burst of
experience.
adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I got to go.
That's what happens when we go multiple hour streams. Oh man. All right. Well, honestly, after a way too long discussion on Magic the Gathering, to be completely honest, that's probably where we should end the stream anyways. So I'll probably stick around long enough here so that Nick can say his goodbyes, but I wanted to say I appreciate everybody being here. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I did purchase a new camera. I am ready to start making some YouTube videos. Look forward. I've written like 3 different scripts already this week. I have no idea if they're going to be recorded or not, or if I'm going to write some new ones, but I'm ready to get back to YouTube. I'm ready to start making some videos, and I'm ready to keep doing this stuff. So I appreciate everybody being here. Nathan, Jonathan, Pinky, you guys are all amazing. I appreciate you being here and chatting it up. It's amazing. Blitzy, Skylac, 50 Shades, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody. Through all of our shenanigans, through flying drones, through talking about Magic, through all of the children conversations, all the kids that run down here and interrupt the stream. I appreciate everybody being here. So the plan is to do this again next week, I think. I say that. I know that coming up here, there's some weekends that aren't going to work. Next weekend should work. The weekend after probably won't. So I was just wrapping up the stream, just so you know.
Okay. Did you have anything left on your agenda? We're just going off.
I mean, I don't think we touched on anything on my agenda, which is fine. All right. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you next week. Same time, same place. That's at least the plan right now. So have a good one. We'll see you later.
See y'all.